Okay, that should have fixed it. There we go. That looks right. Now I can share it. Hello, everybody. Let me know how the audio is. I got some kind of generic background music playing, but because I don't want it to just be my voice, so let me know if it's too loud or if it's distracting, but we need to talk about this today, and I'm going to share this real quick so we can be all good to go. All right. There we go. So welcome to the chat, guys. How's everybody doing? Obviously, if you look at the title today, we're going to be talking about the redo of Healer because, oh man, that show was very interesting and very kind of lewd. Why am I sad? Okay, put back on my normal face. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about this show because I don't know why I've been waiting so long to watch it. I'm not really sure what took me so long. I just hadn't had the time. What's up, Prod? But I finally seen the show, and man, it was much worse than I thought it was gonna be. Not gonna lie, it was significantly worse than I thought it was gonna be. And I watch a lot of degenerate stuff. Quite a bit. I have very little shame about it. But that was just next level, dude. There was some stuff that took place in there. I don't know how much into detail I should go. Just because of the fact that, well, you know what? Maybe I should put a visual aid up here just to let people know exactly what it is I'm talking about. Because I know some people are aware, but not everybody's going to know. So let me see if I can get like I can grab like a picture off of Google real quick. Redo of Healer. Oh, go away. I don't want to go to Google Help. Just let me search this. Okay. There we go. Redo of Healer. See if we can find a not so crazy. You know what? This looks like a good picture right here. Let's save this one. That's a good one. And we'll get this one up on the screen here so we can all be on the same page. Because this show was incredible. Alright, desktop. There we go. Wow, that's big. Es largo. Alright, there we go. I feel like that's a fairly decent depiction of of the show overall. There are no good people in this show. I mean, at least thus far. Everybody is pretty much irredeemable. But I'm gonna just kind of go off and give my general thoughts about Redo of Healer. So, I've been told to watch this show for a bit. It's been a couple weeks. People are just like, you need to see this. And I really wanted to. I just hadn't had a chance to. I didn't really know exactly what to expect. I didn't read the manga at all. So I have no idea what the manga is even about compared to this, but I checked it out. And I put on my filter, my my degeneracy filter, because I knew going in that I knew coming in that there were going to be some degeneracy. I knew that people said that it was going to be kind of messed up, but I was not quite ready for what exactly did take place. So, what is this show about? This show is about a dude who was awakened as a hero, the healer hero, and apparently in this world, if you are a healer, and as opposed to just, or at least for this person specifically, if you are the hero healer, not only do you heal a person when you use your magic, but you also take on all of their fears, all of their anger, their emotions, their past, their history. Like it's all, you can see it all at once, which is kind of weird. That's a little interesting of a concept, but I get where they were going with it. And apparently this is just like a terrible thing. It's a horrible thing, and nobody would actually want to do it. And the people who were looking after him, who took him in to be a hero, took huge advantage of this. And they basically thought he was useless, so they drugged him up and got him all addicted to all kinds of stuff to kind of mute his emotions, to force him into doing the healing that they wanted him to do. And obviously he ended up really messed up as an end result. Like, that was the deal. He's just a really messed up, and nothing was really going well for this dude. And when I heard about like the torture and the and some of the other things that were happening, I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be your standard anime fare. It was not. It was not. This was like totally next level. Like, we're talking concepts that go far beyond my imagination, to the point to where there were dudes involved, there were other chicks involved, there was a lot of drugs, and just it was bad news bears, and it was kind of hard to watch at points. Particularly the points where he was like barking like a dog and stuff, and he was just like losing his sanity slowly and begging them to give him more drugs so he can just like mute whatever the hell was going on. It was tough, man. Uh, and when it got to the point to him kind of resetting everything and getting his revenge, I had mixed feelings. Uh, One point, there was one side of me that was just like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing ever. Just because of the fact that whenever you watch shows like this and it comes to the main character getting their revenge or whatever, they're always held back by something. They're always held back by some type of, whatever, the morals or something like that. There's something that's holding them back from getting the revenge that you think that somebody in that position would get. You'd be like, man, if that was me, I'd do much worse than what they're doing. And that's always the thought in the back of your head. But, we're all decent people, so we try not to go there. But this show just went full on. They're like, no, this dude got wronged in every way imaginable. They did all this stuff to him. They treated him like absolute dirt. His revenge is going to be pure. It's going to be sweet. He's going to relish in it, and it's going to make him feel good about it. And I'm just like, man, I wasn't really ready. I was not ready. Because I wasn't. I was not ready. Because it started off so brutal. And I was just like, man, look, all this stuff. And here's the tripped out part. After the very first incident, after he got his revenge on the princess or whatever, after that setup was done, I was like, okay, he got his revenge, and that's cool. Whatever. She deserved it. She really did deserve it. But I'm like, I can't help but feel bad about what he did, because I'm just like, that's messed up. Like, you are now a terrible person. You're no better than them. But cool, you got your revenge. And then immediately after, they started to proceed to show us more clips of just how much more disgusting this chick was. And I'm just like, well, I mean, I'm like, well, there goes me feeling bad about it. Because, like, if you didn't think she deserved it before, then they needed to hammer it home that, yes, she absolutely deserved this. And oh boy. Oh boy. It's difficult for me to really oh crap, I'm putting on these weird faces. This is my angry face. I wasn't mad. This is my angry face though. It's difficult for me to fully articulate my emotions during that whole scene, because it was now when it comes to the second girl, the wolf girl or whatever, I definitely had some mixed feelings about that one, just because like they kind of went the I watched uncensored because I'm one of those people where I'm just like, if I'm about to watch this, I'm not about to watch it censored. We're about to dive into degeneracy, then I want the whole thing. Don't give me no censor bullshit. Or else what's the point of watching it? Like, that's the whole reason to watch the show. I feel like if you're gonna watch it uncensored, then don't watch it. Like, what's the point? You're not gonna get the effect that the show's trying to deliver to you. And if you want half-assed, you could just go watch something else that doesn't go that far. So it doesn't make any sense to even watch this if you're gonna watch it censored, in my opinion. So I specifically sought out the uncensored version because I'm like, all right, we're doing this. We're gonna do it right. And they did not disappoint. But yeah, with the little with the Wolf Clan girl or whatever, that situation was slightly different. Because they kind of pulled the whole shield hero, you know, he kind of rescued her from a life of slavery thing and just kind of unleashed her on the world, you know. Brought up her confidence, taught her to be strong enough to defend herself and all that good stuff. But some people might argue that the methodology that he took in order to get her to that point was morally questionable. And I don't know if I could fully argue with that, because and I guess some people, the point they would make is like, she's happy, she's finally found happiness, she's found the strength to fight, and she can now defeat the people who has wronged her and do it along somebody who seemingly cares about her. And that's one thing I can't really lock down yet. Is I know that he's keeping the princess around, and he's probably going to keep the sword chick around or whatever to use them and have them as his, you know, his servants or whatever. And it's going to be out of, you know, spite. Even though he expressed some concern towards the princess chick when she got hurt. But it wasn't really like, oh no, you hurt her and I need to protect her. It was like, hey, that's my property, bro. You know? And I don't know. It's like I said, it's very difficult to feel good about that. But this is one of those shows, man, that really, like, they take it. I don't want to get you banned here, but his method does actually work in this. It does, and that's the thing. That's the moral kind of conundrum there. Is like, it is very effective what he did. And it was probably in his best interest and her best interest for him to do what he did in the way that he did it. But, you know, you're not supposed to say that that's a good thing to do, because technically it's not. Was it effective? Sure. Should he have done it? Probably not. So, it's like I said, it's one of those shows where obviously they kind of want you to root for somebody, but you want to play it safe and not really root for anyone, because at the end of the day, they're all fucked up people. They're all broken, fucked up people who do horrible things to other people for, regardless of whatever their reasoning is, they do it, you know? But Homeboy's building up himself a nice little harem, and they don't beat around the bush with the whole distraction of making the girls jealous of each other and stuff, because they all follow him, and they know that he's gonna protect them, so they do whatever he asks regardless. So, you know, we don't have any kind of stupid distractions with that, although the princess girl did display a little bit of jealousy early on, but they seem to have thrown that out the window in like episode 4. Right before they met the sword chick. And the sword chick just basically just gave herself, you know, her life to him because of the fact that she felt indebted to him because he fixed her arm. And she falsely accused him of killing the princess, which he didn't do. He did not kill the princess. That is true. He is the one who created the scenario of bad stuff that happened. And here's the thing with that too, with the sword girl, is he's not wrong when he tells her that the place that she works for, like the kingdom that she serves, who she puts her sword out there for, is corrupt. He's not incorrect about that. He's not misleading her. He's not like lying to her or telling her something that's not true. Like, it's true. The place you use your sword for, they're all corrupt and they're monsters and they're feeding you bullcrap, because you can tell that that's what was happening, because when after they went to go attack the wolf village, um, and all that stuff ensued. Her version of the story was they were going there to protect the village, and some crazy person came out of nowhere and attacked them and attacked the villagers. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, she's up in her little castle. She doesn't know any better. They tell her whatever, you know, they tell the townspeople whatever, and they just believe it. But these people, they're all scum. They're all terrible people. So, you know, you're watching all these people do bad things, and everybody has a different reason for doing horrible things. But you're just like, I'm okay with this, and to a certain degree. K-Show, what's up, yo? We're talking about redo of Healer. So, she looks crazy and he looks pervy. Well, they're both crazy and pervy. Like, there's no getting around it. They're both perverts, and they're both insane. The only thing is that he wasn't like that originally. He got turned into that by her. She was already that to begin with. She was already a psychopathic, torturous, crazy person, and she made him. And that's the thing. She turned him into what he is. She turned him into exactly what he is. Because he didn't just wake up that way. He wasn't just naturally that way. When they first showed him in the village or whatever, he wasn't the crazy person that we're... Yeah, Kitchen, if you, Zach, if you didn't watch or don't plan on watching this show, you're going to be totally lost here. This show is, this is degeneracy to the max, so I don't think, I don't know if you could really appreciate or or want to participate in what the conversation is about to be here. It's the conundrum of, quote, it's okay to do bad things in order to ultimately do good, even if that good is done in the pursuit of you wanting to be bad. You know what? Like I said, when it comes to her specifically, this main character, the princess chick or whatever, everything that happened to her, she deserved. And when it comes to him, the character who did this stuff to her, she made him. She created the monster that came back to give her exactly what she deserved after all the karma, bad karma that she built up. Would I have taken it that far? Probably not. But was I like, when that scene was happening, I'm just like, holy shit, dude. Like, look, this is a bit much, but fuck that bitch. That's basically where my mindset was at. I'm just like, look, if this was happening to any other person, I would probably feel bad. And I still do feel kind of bad that it was happening because I'm a human. I'm a normal person who doesn't like bad things like this happening to people. But turnabout is fair play. Well, it can be. It can be. Sometimes it is good to just be the bigger person. But when you think about all the stuff that they did to him, the fact that they treated him like absolute scum, they had all these people go in and do all this crazy shit to him, got him addicted to drugs, beat him on a daily basis. And I'm just like, no, this is not one of those times where it's time to just buck up and be the better person, you know? And I know some people, a lot of people made comparisons to like Attack on Titan for Eren. And they're like, oh, you know, Eren is basically doing right now what Reiner did to him. He's basically letting Reiner relive the attack on his village, and he feels justified in doing so because they're like, they did it to us, we're gonna do it to them. And people see Eren as a hero. Like, they still see him as the main character and as a hero, even though he went in there and basically killed a whole bunch of innocent people, ruined a whole bunch of lives, and all the same stuff that, you know, he's been fighting against all this time. He's become that thing. And everybody's like, cool, fuck those people, they deserve it. And then they watch this show and they're like, no, that's too far. Like, that, not, is it? Is it really too far? Is it really too far? I don't think it's too far. Can't wait until they get back. Well, I think he already has. Like, she's already in his clutches. Like, I don't know exactly what he's going to do to her after that, but, I mean, her living a life of servitude to him is basically enough. She's already kind of devoted her life to him after he enlightened her, basically. So I think that's basically covered. But like I said, then again, I don't know. Like, what I'm curious about is what he's gonna do to Bullet, and that now, okay, here's the one thing that I was confused about, and maybe somebody can clarify for me if you read the manga. He is the healer, yes. He's the healer. And the thing about, okay, is everybody okay with spoilers? Is anybody here who didn't watch it that gives a crap about spoilers? Because I'm about to get real spoilery in a second here. Because I'm going to talk about his abilities and how they work. And why he's so powerful now, if anybody... Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Those aren't the same chicks, right? The chick who was the swordsman with Bullet and her, that's not the same chick as the girl he just met, right? Those are different people. Cause that's what I was confused about. I thought that was the same chick, but she probably like cut her hair later on or something like that. I couldn't remember exactly how she looked. So I need to probably go back and watch that just to see. The lesbian one, the one who was upset that he got to touch the princess or whatever. Yeah. I couldn't figure out if those were the same people, but I guess they're not, so. Yeah. But if that's the case and he's going to be getting back at her and then the Bullet dude or whatever, then yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because they were scum too. They were horrible people also, so they're going to get what's coming to them too. But yeah, there's a bunch of shows that I want to talk about. I got Goblin Slayer on my list. I have Shield Hero, Tonikawa, the So I'm a Spider, So What show or whatever like that. That new isekai that came out. Slime Sama and Peter Grill. I don't know if anybody's watched. Speaking of degenerate anime, have you guys watched Peter Grill yet? Because that show is that show is yeah. We can talk about, we'll save Peter Grill for another day. We'll save Peter Grill for another, because that one was another kind of high level degenerate show where they really tried hard to make you feel bad about the protagonist when he was just a piece of shit. Like, he's just a cheating piece of shit. But they really tried to make you feel like, oh, this guy's in such an unfortunate predicament, and you know, he just can't help himself. He keeps ending up in these situations that he can't control. And I'm like, no, that's not. No. There was only one situation in that show that he really genuinely had no control over. One. And that's the only one I'll give him. Anything beyond that, I'm just like, yeah, no. Sorry, dude. You were complicit. You were complicit, and you do not deserve to be happy. You mean how they keep trying to get me to feel sorry for him? Yeah, the main... Are we talking about Peter Grill? Are we on the same page here? Because yes, if we're talking about Peter Grill, then yes, they were really trying to get you to feel sorry for this dude. Because it was like this woe is me kind of... You have enough self-control to be the strongest warrior in history, but you can't take a ghost. Exactly. Now, you know, like I said, them chicks was hot. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that really got me about this show. This is the part that really messed me up. That I really didn't understand. Is I'm like, he clearly likes these women. They look good. They want to give him the type of, you know, attention and all that type of stuff that he clearly craves. And he could have them all without any problem. Like, he could literally just say, okay, all of y'all are a part of my harem, period. And they would all be happy about it. But no, he's fighting to stay with this one girl that clearly is not meeting his needs. And clearly is not giving him what he seems to really want. And I'm like, why? Let her ass go. Like, it don't... If you gonna do this, then just do it. Like, go full on and be like, all right, whatever. I'm the strongest in the world. Y'all want to have my babies? Let's make it happen. Like, why fuck around with this innocent chick who ain't giving you the things that you clearly crave because you ain't got no self-control? Like, it doesn't make any... I feel like, personally, and this is the degeneracy speaking, I feel like a harem full of crazy chicks who are gonna jump you every chance they get is much better than some random... chick who's innocent and doesn't even know what sex is. feel like that's a much better scenario. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just like the idealistic view of her, you know? I don't know. But I felt like Homeboy was just making a very bad decision. He should have just let Chick go and went full on. That'd have made the show more interesting, at least. Had her trying to pursue him or something. Get him out of that life. But they just made it they made it kind of stupid, because it was just like, who wouldn't take the situation laid out in front of him over what he's trying to pursue? It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. So it was just kind of stupid, and they were like, feel bad for this guy, and I'm like, I can't. I don't at all. I don't feel bad for him. This is not a sob story for him. If I feel bad for anybody, it's the chick who he likes. That's who I feel bad for. Because she gullible and stupid as hell. I don't know how the hell she ain't caught on. She was innocent but wanted to get with him. Communication. Exactly. And she wouldn't say it. She wouldn't verbalize it. Although they were engaged. So there was that. Yeah. That show was weird. But anyway, back to Redo of Healer. Where do you guys think the show is going to go from here? And more importantly, like specifically, what do you think is going to happen with the other two characters? Because he only had, what, 3 main people, maybe 4 if you count the princess's sister that he wanted to get back at, you know? So I'm thinking, like, what the heck is he going to do? He might just kill Bullet. I think he's just going to kill him. Because what? He don't need Bullet in his harem. What do you need him for? So I'm thinking if he finds Bullet or whatever, he's just going to murder him. And then he's going to keep the other chick. Is what I'm thinking. Because I can't really justify keeping him around. For what? You're stronger than him, so he's not going to protect you. Or maybe just use him as a meat shield. Or fan theory is that Flair is aware, but is into it. I don't know about that. Like she's conscious of what's going on and just complies. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that one. There's no real indication of that. I mean, I guess if people have read the manga and gone further, maybe there's some signs that showed up, but there definitely isn't any indication in the manga so far. I mean, in the show so far. I mean, that would make things interesting because clearly her sister's got something brewing. Like she's probably planning on doing something. So if she's just biding her time and waiting for her sister to save her, and then turn on him, then I wonder if he's gonna win in the end, because Shield Hero got his ending. Like, you know, season 2. Once we get to season 2, he's already had his kind of redemption. You know, his name has been cleared. The people who did him dirty have gotten their punishment, and now it's just gonna be, you know, them trying to fight the waves and stuff in the next season, which I haven't seen anything new about Shield Hero yet. Flair's aware. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can buy the fact that Flair is on board, because she is truly scum. Like, she is the type of scum that would never accept that situation, not willingly. So if they pull one of those, she's enduring and just taking it like he did. Thank you, Dr. D, for the cheer. I appreciate you. If they're pulling that she's just pretending and taking it all in so she can get back at him thing, that would make an interesting plot twist, you know? Because he talked about how he endured it and did all this stuff or whatever. So maybe she's like, okay, well, now I have to do that. I have to endure. I have to pretend like I'm okay with this and try to do everything I can and wait for an opportunity to strike back. That would be interesting. That would definitely make things a little bit a little bit more interesting, I think. And they just all kind of turn on him at once. I know the wolf chick will still have his back because she's devoted her life to him, and she's already told him her real name, so she belongs to him. Like that connection, that bond ain't going nowhere. But if the princess girl happens to start plotting and she's only pretending and she's like putting bugs in everybody's ear and letting them know like, hey, this motherfucker ain't no good, we gonna get him as soon as we get a chance, then that can make things quite interesting, actually. They wouldn't deserve the victory. Like, I think if they managed to turn on him or whatever, he'd probably just cut him down and that'd be it. And he'd be like, all right, well, you found out, I'm done with you. Now, I am curious about the demon girl at the beginning who he ended up defeating, because he seems to be genuinely interested in helping her and figuring out what it was she was trying to protect. She didn't have that much screen time, but she definitely seemed important. They got her in the credits and stuff, so I'm wondering what her deal is, because she accepted her death willingly. And so he's going to end up meeting her again, and he said he wants to find out what it was she was trying to protect. So it seems like he's got a shred of humanity left. Like, there are things that he cares about and wants to protect, but dude's a monster now. he is literally a monster. And I can't blame him, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm excited. When do these episodes come out? Does anybody know the day that these new episodes come out, or have they not been coming out weekly? Because I haven't been following it. As a matter of fact, there's a ton of shows that I actively follow and watch. I still don't know what days they come out. I just kind of turn on Crunchyroll and it's like, is there a new episode of this? Yeah. Then I watch it. But I don't actually know when all the shows that I watch even come out. I should probably pay more attention to that. Something I should probably put some effort into doing. But Thursday and Friday night? Or is it like Thursday night for some people and Friday for others? Depending on your time zone. Ugh. I wonder if they're airing the uncensored version. They can't be, right? Like, there's no way. Like like the uncensored version is actually what shows up on TV over there. I don't think so. You think so? You think they're airing the uncensored version and not the censored? And they're just like giving us the freaking crappy censored version for... I can't understand. See, I might actually go to like Crunchyroll and watch, or yeah, well, it's not on Crunchyroll. It's probably on what is it, High Dive or something like that. I might have to go to and watch the censored version just to see how bad they do censor it. Because I think I had somebody was explaining just how censored it was, and they said basically during that whole scene that happened with him and the girl or whatever, they just panned up, and for like 12 minutes it was nothing but you could just hear the audio, and that was it. Like, you couldn't see anything. It was just like the top of the fireplace. They panned up and you couldn't see anything at all. And I'm just like, that is the laziest censorship I've ever seen. If that is indeed true, censor would be fine if they only blocked out the body parts, but they cut out whole scenes. Oh wow, they literally just cut complete scenes out of the show. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the point? What is the reason of watching it in that state? Especially if you already know its reputation. Like, if you already know its reputation, you know what you're getting into. How does it help you to, like... I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because even if you're just like, I'm the type of person who can't handle that type of stuff, then you probably shouldn't be watching this kind of show to begin with. Like, this type of show shouldn't even be for you. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I watch a lot of degenerate stuff, and this thing is just right inside of like what I would be willing to tell somebody that I openly watch. Like, I'm just like, I'll openly tell other degenerates that I've seen this, but I wouldn't willingly show this to anybody who I know is just like wholesome enough not to engage in this type of stuff, because it's whew. It's like what you said, it makes no sense without some kind of visual. At least give me suggestive jump cut. Yeah, or something. Or do like what was it, Yasuga no Sora did, and just freeze frame it. You know? That's what they did. They stopped all the sex scenes in that show, they stopped the movement. There was no movement. There were just stills. So and it didn't do much, because like you still got the idea. But it just kinda it stop the movements. It just freeze framed everything. So they're like, there's no motion here. There's no bouncing or boingings. Just pictures. And that was their idea of censorship. And I'm like, I mean, you still at least got to see the still, I guess. You play freaking dating sims or whatever. It's no different than that, I guess. At least put up a black card with the words, and then he banged her. That would actually be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Like, a screen pops up and says, extremely horrible things took place. And then just move on. Oh, geez. That's lazy as fuck too, but that would at least be funny. Yeah. I don't know, but those are my general thoughts. That's my my general thoughts on the show. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even gonna. I can't lie and say I didn't like watching it. It was a little difficult to watch, and it had some parts in there that I definitely am not for. Like, I don't agree. Your mother will be concerned if she knew you were watching this. Good thing we blocked this out. Exactly. You know. But like I said, I'm eager to see what happens next. It's like that dumpster fire, you know? You can't look away. You're just like, man, I can't stop watching this. It's so bad. But it's so good. Like Hostel. It almost got that kind of visceral Hostel feeling. You know? If anybody's seen Hostel before, or what is it? Damn. Another, that anime where it's just like really gory and gruesome. And even that one, even Another had a censored version that was really lame, that kind of just muted all of the stuff that was happening in the show, because and that was just like one of those, why? I mean, I'm here for some Final Destination type shit. Like, I want to see some people die and get dismembered in crazy, ridiculous ways. Like, why would I watch a censored version of this if that's what I'm here for? I don't know. I guess it's like the morbid curiosity. I just don't get why somebody would seek that out and go through the the process of watching a uncensored version of something that they don't want to see or can't actually look at, you know? You shut the fuck up. you, you shut up right now. Don't you dare bring it up. Stop it. I still hate that show. I'm sorry. That show's stupid. So dumb. But yeah, we'll talk about we'll look at more like once more episodes come out. I think or maybe we'll do this episode by episode thing. I just gave my overview of the first 5. is what I've seen so far. And then when the next episode comes out, we can all come and talk about that. And then, as I said, I got all these other shows and stuff I want to talk about. So I'll be talking about them. The game version has opportunities for happy endings. The anime goes with the fucked up ending. For what? There's a game. I've played games that like that. I need to know the ending, but boy, is it fucked up. Oh, for school, yeah, yeah. Well, apparently that show has like a billion endings. There's like a ton of different variations and endings and side stories and hentais and shit that came out from that. There's tons, fucking tons of it. Yeah, there's a lot, but I still hate that show. I still hate it. I'm sorry. It was just bad. Nobody deserved to be happy in that show. Never seen any. Yeah, I've only peripherally seen some of it because when you're searching sites of culture, those tend to pop up every now and then. And because I had seen the show and I recognized the characters, I went to YouTube and I'm like alternate endings, and I was actually looking up. They had a compilation of like a bunch of alternate endings for the show. A lot of them were super jacked up. Some of them weren't. Some of them were happy endings. Some of them were just like neutral, where nobody really won, but nobody died or anything like that. So I guess it just depends. But either way, that is my general viewpoints on the redo of Healer. As I said, we'll be talking more about this as time goes on, so please be on the lookout for that. Next couple shows on the list, like I said, for conversations that we'll be having will be Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, Tonikawa, Spider Sama, Slime Sama, and Peter Grill. Because Peter Grill, we need to talk about that. And I won't be really giving full reviews and, you know, breaking down step by step or really trying to be spoilery. I just want to kind of give my viewpoint on what I think about these shows, because they're things that I've been watching and I have been enjoying. So make sure you give me a follow if you want to join in on these anime conversations. I'm going to try to do these as often as possible, and I'm going to be uploading them separately over on my gaming channel. That is 2 Cents Plus over on YouTube. If you guys want to, if you missed the actual streams, you want to see the highlights or whatever, or just hear the bulk of my discussion, you can see it over there. But follow me if you're not. I will be talking about the shows regardless of whoever's watching. Even if nobody shows up and nobody's watching, I'll still pop up over here, do a live stream and talk about it, and then I'll just upload it later and you guys can comment then. But I'm gonna force myself to just do this thing because I want to, and I'm not gonna focus too much on the views or who's watching and stuff, because that's a distraction, and it's an excuse to not do the stuff that I've been planning on doing, because I'm like, oh, nobody's gonna watch it, so don't waste your time. Fuck that shit. I'm just gonna do what I want. I'm gonna upload it when I want, and whoever sees it sees it, and if you don't, then, you know, whatever, you should have showed up. So there you go. But thank you for hanging out, everybody who did come. As I said, if you missed out on this whatever, you can find the edited, chopped up version over on my gaming channel. That's 2 Cents Plus. And have a good day, guys. Did you just decide on Valheim tonight? Yeah, we're playing Valheim tonight. So no, sorry, no, we're not playing Valheim tonight, but we might end up playing tomorrow. I'm sorry, that was my bad. I won't be streaming tonight because I got editing to do. So I'll be editing tonight. So thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.